I'm 68 years old. My wife died 2 years ago. My son just graduated college and left. So I'm home by myself. And rather than just stay in the house, I decided to start RVing. I've never been in an RV before. I got this used RV and I'm going to head across the country from San Diego, California to Darlington, South Carolina to visit my brother and his family. And I thought I would record the trip. So if you're willing to watch the worst video recording ever of a person who's never RV'd before crossing the entire country, then you're braver than I thought. Oh, and also for those of you who wonder what that little square is on the inside of the bill of my hat, I have a heart condition that could cause major problems. So that's my medical reference card that I wear on the inside of every hat that says, if they find me unresponsive, this is who to call and what doctors to contact and what my condition is. So bear with me, and here's my video of crossing the country. Well, I'm finally leaving Southern California. I'm not sure how to do this drive and video thing since this is my first one, but I'll tell you something. We have got some interesting views out there. Take a look. This is what it looks like, guys, when you are in wild weather in Southern California, going through the mountains. Pretty awesome view out there. The only problem is it's so windy that this thing is just bouncing around all over the road. Other than that, it looks pretty. Okay, I think I finally come out of the mountains. It was windy, snowy, and yeah, it's quite a drive. Take a look, I think I'm out into the flats. I'm ready for a break. But it is pretty. Ooh. It is pretty out here. This is what today's been like all day. Kind of drizzly, yucky, gray. Not anything to take any videos of. I'm not. Well, I made it over the mountains to the rest area. It looks like this. It's been a little over 2 hours, and to say that it was windy it was ridiculous. The amount of wind. I thought the RV might get blown over. I don't know what this thing is over here, but there's a water thing that's kind of cool looking. So if I don't get blown over, I'll show it to you. Alright, I think that's about it for here. I'm going to get back in the RV and try to get a little bit more distance in, alright? Well, this is the morning of day 2. Slept kind of okay. Found a nice place, but it was right near some railroad tracks, and man, the trains come through all the time, and when you are in a parking spot that also has semis, they're coming in and out at all times of night. And it's really, really windy out. So that didn't help at all, but it is 7 o'clock and I'm getting ready to start. I've been up since 5, so we'll see what day 2 brings. Alright, I'm driving. It's in the morning. I'm driving towards Tucson, Arizona, and about all I can say is if you can drive a straight line for hours and hours and hours on end, then you can drive from Yuma to Tucson, alright? Kind of a straight line, that's all there is to it. I don't know if you can pick this one up, but we've been driving through all this rain, and there's a rainbow. Huh. So I think I've seen about everything I can see. Let's see, what else can happen? How about first drive to a snowstorm, huh? Pretty cool, huh? Well, I'm in Texas, driving through El Paso, and after being in New Mexico, I can tell you, El Paso just seems like it goes on forever and ever. It's been 34 miles and I think I'm still in the suburbs. And just kind of interesting enough, looking forward to being out in the desert again, out in nowhere land. Alright, so we're somewhere about 115 miles into Texas from the west side, and it looks pretty unimpressive. One of the things I find that I'm doing is to keep myself occupied, I'm starting to talk to myself. So I don't know if that's good or bad, but when you're trying to cross the country by yourself, it gets a little lonely. You kind of get bored. So I'm talking to myself already, and I'm only about 1/4 of the way into the trip, I think. Maybe I'll be a babbling idiot by the time I get done. Well, where am I? I'm at a Love's, getting ready to go through Dallas-Fort Worth, which puts me just at about halfway across the country. My right foot is starting to go numb because this RV doesn't have cruise control, and having the foot on there the whole time is not fun. The other thing is I had planned to get up every morning and go for a little walk and do some exercise and get about an hour of activity in before I hit the road. But it's been in the 30s with crazy wind. So I get up, turn the engine on to get this thing warm and get it ready to go, and that's about it. So I've been sitting and driving to stay warm. Alright, this is Louisiana. No more sand and cactus, it's trees and greenery, but still not a whole lot to see, so seems like this is southern Louisiana. This is what Mississippi looks like. Doesn't change much, it's just trees and road. So not a whole lot to say here, except if you like trees and road, you'd love this drive. Alright, this is day 6 of driving, and one of the worst things I can do with my AFib and my heart situation and my blood pressure is just sit all day, and I've been sitting all day for 6 days. So here I am in a Love's parking lot doing laps to try to help my heart out a little bit. So it's like 40 degrees cold, sun's just coming up, and of all things, I'm doing laps. Hopefully that'll help the heart a little bit though, and getting ready for another day's worth of driving. Well, it went from bad to worse. We're not moving. Stuck in traffic. This is what's in front of me. What's behind me. And we're stuck. I'm in North Carolina. South Carolina. Been in South Carolina for about an hour, hour and a half, and I'm about an hour and a half away from my brother's house. I would say it all looks the same, just about from Missouri on. So that's all I've got to report. I can't believe it that you made it to the end of this video. I did make it. It took me exactly 7 days, and I can say that if I can do it, anybody can do it. And thank you so very much for making it to the end of this video.